Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story at 6, a new scorecard released by AARP ranks Florida as one of the worst states at providing home health care options to seniors.
One major reason for that may be a serious lack of state funding. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley joins us live tonight with more on the story. Christopher?
Good evening, Scott and Haley. According to this report, too many seniors are being pushed into nursing homes rather than staying in their own homes or coming to a place like this, an assisted living facility.
I have my own room, which, is wonderful. I decorate it the way I want. And then when I want to go out, I just take my little chair.
Catherine Boone lives here at the Summit in Venice. It's an assisted living facility. Boone says she's very happy here, especially after spending a few months in a nursing home last year.
I broke my ankle last summer and I was in rehab for a couple months, and that was quite confining. Here, I have freedom.
A report released by AARP magazine does not shine a positive light on Florida and its use of nursing homes. In a ranking of home health care options in all 50 states, Florida came in at 46.
I think the consensus is there are insufficient funds used for these facilities.
And Boone is right. According to the report, if Florida wanted to improve its ranking to the average of the top 5 states, it would have to add $1.8 billion towards home care or community assisted living care. Sarasota's Jewish Family Children's Services Director Pamela Brown says the problem is more people are moving to Florida to retire, but they're often finding there's a lack of options for care when they get older. The funding hasn't kept up with the influx, and neither has the hourly pay for medical professionals.
New Jersey, I made 16 something, and they want to give me $8, and I was 30 some years certified already.
Diane Cassidy is a CNA at the Summit who also works with nursing homes. She's worried the problem may impact her soon, too.
I'm 61, I'm going to be 62. So it's starting to worry me. How am I going to afford care if I need it?
According to Cassidy, nursing homes can cost anywhere about $10,000 a month, whereas an assisted living facility like this with a nurse present can cost about $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Virtually everyone we spoke to today said the same thing. They wished the state would invest more money into assisted living facilities like this one rather than nursing homes. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. A Northport man is facing felony charges tonight for an incident involving at least one minor. Daniel Ott is charged with promoting sexual performance by a child and distributing obscene material to a minor. Northport police say Mott met the victim at a local fast food restaurant where he is the manager. Police say there may be other victims involved in this. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact the Northport Police Department.
And now for a check on our forecast, which has some interesting things in store. Bob?
Yeah, we've got a lot to look at right now. We have a little change in the pattern lately, just this past 24 hours, really more of a westerly component, and that's keeping a lot more activity inland over the past couple of days now. Although the coast is still getting some shower activity, the main focus has shifted to the inland counties and inland portions of Manatee and Sarasota counties, although Braden and Palmetto, pretty heavy downpour right now. The outflow boundary from these storms east of I-75 are indeed causing a few showers along the coastline. We'll see that throughout the evening. So although I said most of it's inland, there will be a few along the coast. So don't be surprised driving along west central Florida and into the sun coast. You'll run into a shower or two like you're seeing right now down US 41 south of Venice near Minnesota Beach and Inglewood. And now moving on into Venice and into Nokomis. Get ready for a brief period of some downpours. Look at though, not much lightning at all. A totally different kind of setup than we normally see. We normally see that southeasterly wind bring the storms over from the east coast. The west coast kind of enhances the storms, and they really start to explode here with that increased lift due to the sea breeze effect. But that's not happening today because of the fact we're getting more of that westerly wind flow, which again favors inland storms and not as intense storms. 80 degrees right now, and the dew point 71. And winds are out of the southeast. That's a rain-induced wind now at 13 miles an hour. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Talk about the tropics. A couple of areas we're watching very closely. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Local law enforcement agencies say a new Florida law will likely be a game changer in the fight against the opioid epidemic. Governor Scott signed a bill into law that calls for stiffer penalties for dealers of synthetic opioids like fentanyl and carfentanil. Until now, fentanyl was considered a controlled substance, not a Schedule I narcotic like heroin. But the new law creates a trafficking charge with a minimum 3-year sentence for anyone found in possession of 4 or more grams. Plus, if a drug dealer sells the drug to someone who then overdoses and dies, they will now face murder charges. For families of victims, this is a step in the right direction.
They are murderers walking free. That's exactly what they are, and they are not being held accountable for their murders that they are committing.
This law is not retroactive and won't affect past cases.
$419 million will head to public schools in Florida under a new law signed today by Governor Rick Scott. The education bill will also expand teacher bonuses, requires recess in elementary schools, and provides $30 million for programs providing services to disabled children. But the legislation also requires school districts to share state and local tax dollars with privately run charter schools. Sarasota County School District officials say this means less money for capital projects at their public schools.
We all agree that the charter school kids are our kids, but over a 5-year period, and I plan based on a 5-year period, over a 5-year period, about $35 million of our current capital revenue will find its way to the charter schools in Sarasota County.
District is confident it can still fund capital improvement projects at schools when necessary, but they will likely have to borrow that money.
Governor Scott is speaking out about a new law he signed this week that will provide pay raises to state employees and law enforcement officers. Most rank-and-file state workers who make $40,000 or less will receive $1,400 raises, while higher-paid employees will receive a pay increase of $1,000. Law enforcement officers, correctional officers, and judges will also see a boost in pay. It will be the first raise for most state workers since 2013. Scott says they have earned it.
All those are individuals that are working hard. Since I got elected back in 2010, I've met, as you would expect, a lot of people that work in the state, and I'm very proud of their mission orientation, and they want to do the right things.
The pay raise package will also change the state pension program so that newly hired public workers who do not actively choose a retirement plan will default into a 401k investment plan.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a new partnership in Manatee County is giving veterans the help they need in some new ways, while a local animal rescue center is getting involved.
And preserving history on Longboat Key, why the Longboat Key Historical Society is taking on a major project.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, Super Stunt Performance, live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Local veterans can now benefit from an unlikely partnership.
Manatee County nonprofit is teaming up with Nate's Honor Animal Rescue. And as ABC 7's Bo Beth Yates shows us, the partnership is helping those in need.
Dogs can be trained to do practically anything, from being a medical animal to a service animal. And now they're companion pets, helping out vets with the help of Nate's Honor Rescue.
Jeffrey Osterling is all smiles, but that wasn't always the case.
After my 2 tours and being diagnosed with PTSD, that's why I chose to get a companion animal.
Osterling is talking about his dog Camber, who isn't just a pet, but a huge part of his therapy.
First thing I see is him when I walk through the door. He's wagging his tail and he comes up and jumps on me and doesn't let me out of his sight.
Osterling recently became the first veteran to receive a dog through a joint partnership between Nate's Honor Animal Rescue and Paws for Warriors, a nonprofit out of Bradenton.
Well, we're excited about it because a lot of veterans who would normally qualify for service dogs can't necessarily get service dogs because they're really, really very expensive and there's a very long wait.
But through this partnership, a veteran can circumvent that process and instead have an animal that can provide them the necessary emotional support within days.
It is a win-win for the veteran. Obviously, they get a companion animal and we waive the fee for that. And for us, obviously, we're getting a dog a home, and a home that we feel really good about.
The program is made possible through a grant from the Bill and Mary Ann Vinyl Fund of the Manatee County Foundation. It covers the expenses for the first 40 veteran and even includes some training. That's why Osterlin urges other vets to take advantage.
Not many of the vets that I know go get help. We're kind of stuck. We don't know what to do because I guess we're the younger generation. But if you need help, go get help. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed if you have PTSD or a TBI injury.
Local vets interested in getting a companion animal can do so through the Paws for Warriors program. Bo Beth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
He had to get his last little word in there.
I could hear, yeah. We'll be right back with your forecast. Stay with us.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by 1 on any or all numbers and still win.
For the last decade, SNS Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Well, if you didn't get a chance to see it on our Facebook page or my Facebook page at Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, it's some great photos yesterday and some more sent in today. Siesta Key, this one looking pretty good earlier today. Lots of sunshine out there, but a different story if you live east of I-75. This one was sent in from Sam at Lakewood Ranch. A totally different looking sky, and that's a result of this west to southwesterly wind that we are seeing right now. Lakewood Ranch webcam review showing lots of clouds around and a few showers occasionally. Not any heavy weather or severe weather at this point, but there's a chance for a few passing showers through this evening. There hasn't been a whole lot of lightning, so our patterns changed a little bit with the southwesterly wind flow. We get more inland storms, and they have a tendency to push basically off toward the east, although the outflow boundary from these storms continues to generate some coastal action. Now, we'll see this pattern stay with us tomorrow again. You see those showers lined up from Parrish. We had Lakewood Ranch, a little bit of activity there, then it went away as it pushed east, and now some showers near Inglewood, also near Northport, stretching up to Osprey. Nothing heavy at this point, some light to moderate precipitation occurring, and we're not anticipating anything too rough through this evening, but don't be surprised by an occasional shower here and there. Had a flood advisory for parts of Port Charlotte just about an hour ago. That flood advisory has since been lifted. And in the tropics, interesting to note, we normally have one storm every 5 years pop up in June. So not very often, but it looks like a pretty good chance of something developing. In all this mess you see here in the Western Caribbean, pressures are lowering. Models are indicating that certainly something may pop up. And this is a favorite area for a June development. And two thoughts here. One is it may move off toward the west-northwest if high pressure dominates over Florida. If this high pressure weakens and a trough develops, it has a chance to move more off toward the north. We'll know more, obviously, on Sunday and Monday. If it does move in this direction, it doesn't appear that it's going to be a big storm in terms of wind, but it will be a big rainmaker, and that's something we don't need right now, is a lot of heavy rainfall, because we are saturated, to say the least. A couple of strong tropical waves. One just came off the coast of Africa over the past 24 hours. Another one right here has a 20% chance of developing down the road. Currently, we have some clouds in 80 degrees. The dew point is at 71, and winds are out of the east-southeast at 11. The pressure 30.03 inches, and that's still fairly high. The high today was just a couple degrees shy of the normal, 89, and no rainfall. Finally, no rain at the airport today so far. We could get a few showers this evening. Temperatures basically in the low 80s right near the coast. Longboat Key at 83, 84 in Palmyra, and the Meadows now at 85 degrees. Hourly forecast is calling for scattered showers tomorrow, but a lot of that will be east of I-75. There will be a few coastal showers possible throughout the afternoon and evening as well. Temperature, it's hotter in Chicago right now at 90 degrees, at 90 in St. Louis, and it is here in Sarasota. 80 degrees in Sarasota, 92 in Kansas City. Well, we'll keep an eye on that tropical system for you right now. If it were to impact our weather, it looks like it would be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, basically Tuesday and Wednesday. Winds for boaters tomorrow, not too bad out there. A light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 84 degrees, and the UV index will be at an 8 tomorrow for area beaches. Tides upcoming, low tide at 12:43, and sunset will be at 8:27. The forecast tonight, scattered storms are still possible through this evening, 73 for your low, and then partly cloudy after midnight. Most of the rain will be gone by then. Look for scattered storms tomorrow, 88 for your high, and variable clouds, and the extended forecast calling for a little bit better chance for showers and storms on Sunday. Then we'll be watching the tropics closely early next week. Scott?
Thank you, Bob. Efforts are underway to help preserve a piece of history on Longboat Key while also giving it a new purpose.
The Longboat Key Historical Society is looking to move 2 historic cottages on the Key and make them the permanent headquarters of the society. One cottage would be turned into a museum, while the other would have multiple uses for the community. They would be moved from the Center for the Arts property to a lot on Broadway Street. The group still must raise about $45,000 for the project before that can happen. It also needs permission from the Planning Commission. Coming up on Suncoast Scene, it's mostly Mozart at the Sarasota Music Festival.
And we'll show you how to entertain Dad for free on Father's Day.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com, AndServices.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Players Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com, AndServices.com.
There's nothing better than a summer weekend here on the Suncoast when you can relax and enjoy all the events going on around you.
ABC 7's Linda Carson has it all in Suncoast Scene.
Want to see Dad's eyes light up on Father's Day? Bring him to the Fathers and Fenders Car Show.
We usually have about 120 of the most fantastic cars in Sarasota that come out. So we'll have everything from Model A's till brand new Lamborghinis.
This beauty will be on display.
This is one of the 5 cars we'll be having down here. 57 Chevy Bel Air, convertible, power brakes, power steering, factory color, mint, 100-point car. Beautiful. We'll probably have a Bentley, a Lamborghini, and a BMW M1.
One of those cars is worth $500,000. Fathers and Fenders, Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. in 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. A great way to entertain Dad on Father's Day, and admission is free. And two great concerts coming up this weekend. The Sarasota Music Festival presents Shimmering Summer Friday night here at the Opera House and Mostly Mozart on Saturday night. Both concerts are at 8 p.m. Brett Mitchell will conduct Saturday night.
There's a lot of Mozart on the program, which is kind of how the genesis began, which is the 40th Symphony, which is one of the last 3 symphonies that Mozart wrote towards the end of his life, one of the very, very greatest symphonic works ever composed.
They'll also play a concerto by Mozart for a violin soloist. That will be faculty member Alex Carr. He says these music festival concerts will be a joy.
Live music is like nothing else in the world. You know, it's funny, you can always listen to a CD, and that's very nice, but to listen to live music, to people giving their hearts and souls to you every minute for an entire 2-hour time, it's something that's pretty special to witness.
And Incredibello just opened at the historic Oslo Theater.
It has magic, illusion, singing, dancing, circus, all the arts.
Incredibello now at the historic Oslo Theater through July 29th. This man will make you laugh till you cry, and he'll leave you asking yourself, how did he do that?
How did I do that?
I was wondering that myself.
Me too. I'm Incredibello.
You got to come see this guy. And don't miss Friday Fest. The Van Wezel starts its monthly presentations of Friday Fest on the Bay this Friday night. Admission is free. You can hear great music while you watch the sunset over this beautiful location.
We've got local favorite Doug Deming and the Jewel Tones bringing some rockabilly and blues. A lot of local vendors bringing great food and drinks and lots of other provisions for people. It's a free event. Bring your chairs, your blanket.
Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Might get some good weather for that.
Always fun. Yeah, there's going to be showers around, a few scattered storms, but the trend has changed a little bit that they're inland. I still expect to see something up and down the coast, so even during that time. So keep your fingers crossed.
That's
always a great time.
With Friday Fest, it's always that threat of showers. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you tonight at 11. Have a great evening.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.